Okay, everyone, we're going to get started here tonight. I'm pretty excited about tonight because the information is going to benefit you all in regards to your memberships at Global Income Alliance. And then I got a little bit of training that can help you convert higher numbers of sales in your business to the primary business, obviously. So what I want to do first is kind of go over the information. And so what I'm going to do, this is also being recorded, and I know that we've had quite a few of the marketing webinars, particularly the marketing webinars and Saturday morning breakfast calls, a couple botched ones we actually just recently, due to my system, the ones that I was doing that I couldn't record for some reason. Recorded it. When I made a mistake, I just let it keep running, so eventually if it just keeps, like I did the webinar, got off the webinar, had to run over to help one of my kids get home, and because they forgot who was picking up who, and left the recording going. And so what happened was at the end of it, like it just kept going and going, and before I realized it, when I got back and turned my computer back on, it had already been on for, I don't know, hours and hours, like 4 or 5, 6 hours, and it deleted the recording because it doesn't record that long. So tonight is being recorded. There should be no hiccups or glitches. I will get it added to the dashboard, but also to after tonight. I do have to run out again, but I will render it and put it up in the recording so that we'll be able to place it either later tonight, late, it would be, if anything, late, super late tonight in the Facebook group, or tomorrow morning. But tomorrow morning we'll also email this one out, so this will be sent to all of your members, which you guys will appreciate a lot, obviously, because there's a lot of benefit to both the announcements that I'm going to make tonight, well, the training tonight, but then also to the major announcement I'm making tonight too, that will benefit them and also to magnificently benefit you, because the more value that we offer to the GIA membership, the more retention we get, the more we get a better a longer term customer, and things like that. So that is also going to benefit you in the long run, and those people are making money, they're making sales, things like that. The more and more that I can better that at the lead of this helm of this organization or this system, I can do whatever I can to possibly help that way out. And it's been a rough road. I mean, we've been, I guess, 3 months now that we've been active. I guess, yeah, we've been almost 3 months. Not quite 3 months, believe it or not. July 6th will be 3 months. So we're almost approaching 3 months, but better late than never. And adding to the GIA memberships, which we finally got worked out, and I think everybody will benefit and love. And then I'll post that recording, and everybody can share that also too. I'll broadcast it out, and we'll also post it up in the membership or in the dashboard in the members area later this week. Okay, so how do your memberships get better? Well, starting July 1st, so just 4 days, 3.5 days from now, or whatever it is, all active GIA members, as long as you have an active membership, you'll be given 20 fresh and targeted lead prospects per day upon request. Now, I want you to make sure that you don't miscue that information I just gave you. I want to clarify it all so you fully get it, because I don't want people coming back and say, well, I thought I was going to get it, but I never saw them, or where were they, and how do I get them? Starting July 1st, there'll be a training video showing you how to access them, what you do with them, and all that stuff. So don't worry about, asking questions over the next 2, 3 days, 4 days about, where will they be? How do I get them? What do I do with them? All that stuff. There'll be a training video that goes along with it, okay, in the area of the dashboard that you guys will all have access to. So starting July 1st, all active GIA members. So if you're not active, so some people ask, well, what are you paying for? Well, this will be one thing that you're paying for. You're going to be given 20 fresh targeted leads or prospects per day upon your request. So let's say the average months have 30 days in it, you're going to get 600 leads and prospects. Okay, 600. And you can, now again, it's based on request, because the leads are fresh. We don't want them going to people that are just harvesting them and just collecting them and never doing what you should be doing to try to get them to convert it into a sale. Okay, so again, it's optional. Everything that we do, you don't have to get the 200 leads if you just want to pay for your membership and not get the extra benefit. then you don't have to. But every day you'll have 24 hours to request those. So every 24 hours, and we'll set it at a reasonable time that's most available to everybody, so you have the best outmost chance, like 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. or 5:59 a.m. the next day. You'll have a full 24 hours. So if you miss, you miss the 20. So today, if you requested it, good, you get 20. You request it tomorrow, you get your 20, you get your 20, you get your 20, you get your 20. But if you go outside of that, so let's say you missed a day because you're on holidays, or you didn't log into your dashboard to download them, or you're not going to use them. You're not going to use them in an email format. You're not going to call them, because you can do. I'll show you what the leads entail in a second. But if you're not going to use them, don't hog them. Don't just do it to harvest them, okay? And the reason we do that, obviously, is because we want the fresh ones going to people that are actually using them, okay, and benefiting from them and converting them into sales. If you're not doing it, then don't request them, okay? So that's pretty cool. It's a major benefit. In fact, it's about 8 to 9 cents per lead. 8 to 9 cents per lead, okay? And I'm pretty sure that most memberships sites, building businesses, business opportunities, network marketing organizations, teams, things like that, aren't giving people 20 fresh leads or targeted prospects every single day. Things will get better here. Like I said, folks, we're not even at the 3-month mark of this system. I'm telling you right now, by the year anniversary, this system will kick ass. I mean, I think it already does, but I think by the end of that time, there's many different other things that I want to implement, and things that some of the other leaders that we've put together that will make this the best system by far in the world. So that's what we're going to request. Now, what do you get? Well, in the lead, you're going to receive their first name and last name, the full name, their email address, their phone number. Okay, and so we're collecting these within 24 hours that they get requested. And you might say, well, do you have enough to supply to everybody? We do, as long as people are using them because they're using them. They're not harvesting them. Okay, so based on how many members we've seen over the almost 3 months, and almost by that July 1st will be 3 months, we know how many people, how many times, because I've been doing some calculations, we know how many times people access the members area. We also know how many times people's links have been advertised. Okay, so we know how many times people have been advertising their link based on the tracking that we've been doing based on the membership. So based on how many times people are accessing the membership area, how many times their links are being advertised, in combination of how many people are active in the Facebook group, all that kind of stuff, we factored in how many leads roughly we're going to need on a day-to-day basis. Now, and obviously factor in for growth. Today, what we see, and what we can supply based on my marketing and the people that help me support me with the marketing, we can easily supply everybody 5 to 10 times what currently we have memberships for, based on how many people access the members area, how many people are actively marketing and promoting, those kind of things. Okay, easily do that. That's not to say that we can't do more in the future, but these are what we can handle now, and we'll always work towards that. Now, do you have to pay for this? Yeah, it's just a membership. There's no extra cost for this. Okay, so you're going to get the name, email, phone number, phone script. Oops, I spelt it wrong. If you know, you're not going to get a phone crypt, but it'll actually be a script. As hopefully you guys can see, and I'm adding humor to it, that I've screwed up and missed the S in front of the script. But anyway, the phone script, you're going to get a phone script. What's it going to be? It's going to be a voicemail script. So if you get a voicemail, and again too, these are leads that you're not going to be, because you're going to get so many of them, and it's based on a quantity figure, you're not going to be phoning these leads until you're blue in the face. Okay, if you decide to do that. Again, it's optional, you don't have to do that. But if you want to phone, it's a really simple script, like it's a 1-minute presentation. Okay, you're going to be giving a 1-minute presentation to this person. They're either going to say yes or no. You're not actually trying to sell them anything, by the way. You're just trying to get them to go to your website. Okay, and it's a proven script. I've used it years and years ago, but recently we've also tested it out to try it out, and yes, it's awesome. And it gets a person to receive the email. And basically all you're doing is telling them that you're sending them an email and to watch out for it. Okay, so, and then we're going to give you the email script. And I spelled script wrong too. What the heck was I doing? Look at that. I spelled crypt and script. No R in there. Okay, you can tell I was putting the slides together like 5 minutes before the webinar. True. and I didn't go over anything. But oh well, you guys know what I mean. Maybe I should change that. Oops. So anyway, you're going to get a phone script and an email script. And basically, you're going to call them and email them. Okay? And that's it. And then move on to the next one. And you can and if you can do up to 20 a day, then do 20 a day. You get all 20. Okay? If you can't do 20 today, don't ask for them. Okay? I guess if you have time to do 10, probably ask for your 20, and then you're going to get that sent to you. Okay, and then you could just do your 10 or whatever. Obviously, the more activity you do, the more people you're phoning and emailing from these leads, you're going to be brought into the system. It'll be on a higher conversion because what I've seen anyway from the ones that we've talked to and the one we send the email to in that order. That's why we're going to show you the exact training video on how to use these leads, as we produce the highest number of conversion based on phoning, either leaving a voicemail or talking to the person for a minute or two and telling them that an email's coming. And when they know the email's coming, they go to look for it. It's a fact that what happened. We send the first test out when we did the A/B test, and we just sent out an email to these leads, and we got a certain percentage that opened it. Well, when we called them first and then said we were sending it to them, we tripled the amount of people opening it. So you might say, well, out of 20 people, let's just go on an exact. Let's say you called 600 people in the month, and you just sent it to them. Well, if you're going to send it to 600 people, and you only get 1% of them to open it, that's only 6 people. Okay, so you potentially only have 6. I'm just using that as an example, by the way. That's not the actual number. But let's say that you phone them, you're going to have 18 people look at it. Okay, so your odds of converting a sale are 3 times as much by making that quick call. Okay, and what would that take in a day? 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, that's it. 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes at the most. So if you're a person that doesn't do any marketing, is overwhelmed with all the online marketing, sitting around doing things all day that aren't producing income, these leads will come in major handy for you to convert sales. Okay, so that's what has been added to the memberships. Hope you guys appreciate it. Hope you guys like it. Hope it adds a tremendous value to it. Now, how does that help you directly and indirectly? Well, it's all directly, because based on your membership, you're going to get leads and convert more sales. But here's the cool part. You also have something more to market and advertise now. Hopefully, most of you guys have already figured that out, right? Because don't think about yourself. Think about, get into sales and entrepreneur mode. Okay, don't say, well, what am I getting for this? Who cares what you're getting for it? Really? 20 leads and make the calls and do all that, and that's cool. But here's the cool part. Think about all the people that are out there that don't know anything about internet marketing. Think about everybody out there that doesn't have leads or prospects on a consistent basis. Think about what our membership just got added. I don't know, maybe I'm not emphasizing enough. Okay, think about this. For our membership, not only do we get closers closing the sales, not only do we have an automated process online to walk someone through a funnel that weeds out and finds the best prospects for you and automatically can build a business for you, a primary business for you, and the branding and the consistency of all of that added together, but we've also given 600 leads per month for that $50. You won't find much more on the internet like that now. Think about that. So you can market that as one of our benefits, right? What's another? Why should I join? You know, when someone says, well, why should I join you? Well, because do you believe that most businesses need leads and prospects to convert sales? The person will say yes. Say, awesome. Well, with our membership, we give you 600 leads and prospects. Do you guys get that, right? Okay, cool. Hopefully you see it as a big benefit. If somebody else joins, for instance, somebody goes and joins Visalis, what do they get? Get products. Can they build their business? Well, they make a list of friends and family, right? Like the company tells you. Tell everybody on Facebook, all that stuff, right? After that's done, then what do? Nothing, right? There's no more plan beyond that. So just think about that. What you get here, you get prospects, which is the key component to building a business. I know some people would say, oh no, it's the product. The product is going to make or break it. Yes, and in this case, remember, GIA is not a business. It's a system that you use to build a business, right? And what better of a system to have on the internet than a place to give you an unlimited, well, not unlimited, but a ton of leads for you to be able to email and phone to put in front of your system so that it can do the rest of the work like it always has up until this day. Okay? Awesome. And I can see Frank seeing the value in that. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, this is a major, major thing. And as we hit to July 1st and even there shortly after, you're going to see a lot more, like we're going to have different banners, new advertising slicks that you guys can use that relate around this benefit as well. You're going to get broadcast emails, solo ad emails, things like that. Well, it will also include this benefit. I mean, think about the lure here. Not only that you get people with you get prospects and leads. It's the lifeblood of every business, guys. Okay? So, let's get on to the normal training. Okay? Now, this will be recording, so it's going to go to everybody. And in the theme of making that announcement tonight, think about this, guys. Making that announcement of giving 20 fresh leads every single day, 600 leads per month per member. Okay? That's now just think, before I even go on to that, let's even just put a perspective of some of you guys now that are responding to, I think it's sinking in what that 20 leads a day can do. Again, don't think about just you, because that's typically what happens, right? And I don't blame you for that. I mean, I used to think that way, because that's what the government wants you to think, and that's what jobs want you to think, and that's what everybody's society wants you to think, for yourself only, right? But meanwhile, all the rich people are thinking about how it benefits everybody and everything and leverage and all that kind of stuff, right? And that's the way I want you to start thinking, or if you already do think that way. Think about this. Think about how many members you already have right now. Okay? And some of you guys, we'll do two things. Some of you guys don't have any members right now, so you'll say, well, the 20 leads a day will sure help me. 600 leads will definitely help you get some sales, right? Now, for some of you guys, you might have 3 people. You might have 10 members. You might have 20 members. Some of you guys have 50 members. Some of you guys have 100 members. Okay? Because I have 90. And there's some of you, there's at least 5 other people out there have more than me. Okay? Think about that. They're just, so whatever number you have, multiply it by 600. Okay? So for instance, if you have 5, you have 5 active members that are paying their monthly fee. Well, 500 members, okay, what are they going to do? Or sorry, 5 members times 600. So that's 3,000 prospects per month. Let's say you have 3 active people building your business and you potentially have leverage off of them because they're in the primary business as well. That's now 3,000 leads that you're not calling 3,000 leads. You're not advertising to 3,000 leads or prospects because remember, I didn't even included your own 600. But that's 3,000 now that are going to be contacted. Okay, now we're going to have training for that and everything. You can help them with that. You can train them with that. 3,000. Okay, so 3,000 people are potentially being exposed and coming through a funnel into your business because of that. Now, what if you got 10? What if you got 20? What if you got 30? What if some of you guys have 40 people? 40. Think about that. 40 people times 600 leads per month. That's 24,000 people could be contacted and put in front of your business, right? You guys get that? Good. Now, in the theme of that impact, it's going to be helping your businesses over throughout the summer months for sure, and into the fall, and exploding into the fall because that's when it really gets cool. Is I'm going to show you how to double or even triple your sales conversions at Global Income Alliance. Okay. Now, some of you guys do this, and this is not directly related to the prospects or leads there. This more is design. The training I'm going to do tonight is to design to talk to people that you've already made sales to in GIA, which obviously with all those extra leads you guys are going to be having in prospects, you're going to have a lot more pretty soon. So it's good that I do kind of this training on you and get you prepared for this because you're going to want to convert as many of those sales and prospects into upgraded members as soon as possible, right? So here's how to double or even triple your sales conversions, and this is a proven fact that will increase. So if you just sit back and watch things happen and stuff like that, yeah, you'll have some results here at GIA. But if you get interactive, if you become a leader, if you take control of your business and you make things happen rather than watch things happen, you're going to do double or even triple what you're doing now. Okay. Now here's a proven email template, and I can post it in the Facebook group as long as you guys request it in the Facebook group. Okay. So I'm not going to post it there unless you request it. But here's a real simple email, and basically you'd want to send this to your sales, your members at GIA when they join. You may even modify this letter and send it out once every 5 days or every 10 days when they first join. Okay, you may want to do it every 10 days for the first month that they're a member in GIA. Why would you do that? Well, because you want constant. Maybe the person didn't see it the first time. Maybe they didn't need your help the first time. Whatever. You can modify this letter and say, hey, just checking into you. It's been 10 days since you joined. I haven't heard from you or have any questions answered by you. Maybe I can help you out. So you send this out because what you want to do is you want to make contact with them. You want to get on the phone with them. You want to Skype them. You want to email them. You want to try to set them up and set them in the right way right off the bat, in the fast start, in the best way they can. Now, you also can include, don't forget, remember, starting July 1st, the people, all the members, so this member included that you're going to send this template, this potential proven email template to, is that you'd be reminding them that they get the 20 leads a day. What should they be doing with the 20 leads? Hey, do you need help with your 20 leads? Hey, I'd like to be able to get you off to a fast start. Think about the impact that I just showed you tonight, and in conjunction with this, if you helping somebody now. Think about that. The person comes into the business, they instantly have prospects. They instantly have people to talk. They have people to talk to. They have people to show the business to. Instantly proven targeted people forever. Okay? So you should get excited about that and want to help your person out. Because a lot of times the ones that you're going to be getting are coming from those leads. Okay? So you want to send that out. Now here's the other thing. What do you do when you get on the phone with them? You're going to be asking that question. What should you do? Well, I'm going to share this with you. Top money earners never sell. Okay? A lot of people think like, well, Paul, you're an internet marketer, but you're a good sales guy too. Well, actually, it's the other way around. I was in sales way before I went on the internet. Okay? I sold fish out of a truck. I sold glass. I sold overhead cranes and hoists. I sold everything. I will admit, yes, I'm a salesman. But I don't sell. Okay? What I do is I build relationships, educate, and that person makes the decision. So I may come across as a good salesperson, or I seem to know my stuff. It's because my demeanor is not to sell somebody something, it's to educate them on something and then let them make the decision. That's your job. Okay? So if you want to be a top earner, don't think of yourself as a salesperson. So if you think, hey, calling these people and selling to them is what you should be doing, dead wrong. And if you are a salesperson and think you're good at sales, try not to sell. Okay? Because nobody likes a salesperson. Nobody likes to be pushed. Nobody likes to be pushed. Okay? So don't do that. Your job is to be a tour guide. Okay? Your job is just to be a helpful resource. Your job is to be a customer service rep. Okay? So when you talk to these people, you should have no fear. Okay? I'm telling you right now, you might say, well, I don't know what to say. You know, he just joined GIA. Well, you want to be a tour guide. You want to guide him through the right parts. You want to guide him through the system. Because he's going to stumble upon your primary business, right? Because he's going through the guide. You don't have to sell him Visalis. He's going to see my video. He's going to see that there's value in joining and upgrading to that. He's going to see that that's going to help him out, and he's going to see that you are too as well. He may even ask you questions about it. Okay? So guide him through the lessons and the system take care of itself. There's nothing more you need. You do not need to sell or push or convince or anything like that. Let the system do it. Think about how you got here. Think about why you upgraded. Think about why the majority of the people that join the system do. Why is that? Because the system automatically does that for you. Okay? You're just a tour guide. Help them out. Say, hey, go and do the first couple lessons, then call me back. Or, hey, do the first couple lessons, and I'll call you back in a few days. Just be a tour guide. Just tell them where to go. Guide them on to doing the lead source when those become available July 1st and the training behind that. That might be one of the first things that you want to lead him on to do. Okay? Let the system do all the work for you guys. Have faith in the system. The system enrolls people and sponsors people and makes sales every single day. It upgrades people. If you guys are in the Facebook group, you see that all the time. All the time. The system is fantastic. It's awesome. Hasn't even been 3 years old, and we just made it better today. Let the system do the work. It's a lot of people I see here make it harder than it really has to be, because you don't need to do anything else except for keep pumping through prospects and sales through the system, which then automatically will be led through to upgrade into the primary business. Okay? Now here's a proven call guideline for you to follow, so hopefully you guys are all taking notes, right? Your goal is to build a business and a friend relationship. Okay, it's not to sell anybody. So remember, when you're talking to a sale of yours at GIA or a member, your job is to build a relationship with them. Find out about what he's done before. Okay, and the easiest way to do that and build a relationship is what? Ask questions. Right? Think about any relationship that you have right now. Friends, your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife. Think about all the people you met at college or at high school or at your new job or at the sporting event where your kids hang out. When you developed an associate or a friend or a business relationship, what do? You ask questions. Show interest, right? You don't just start telling them what to do and say, yeah, call me if you need me. Ask them questions. Show them a relationship. Here's a proven fact from the Direct Selling Association. The more that you show an interest and a business relationship with your members, the longer that they'll stay. Why do you want them to stay? More likely that they're going to build a business seriously, right? Not just treat it like a hobby. Think about anybody that quits in 30 days. Did they really want to build a business? Seriously, think about it. Yeah, and that's why you shouldn't be hard on yourself. Oh, I had one that quit. We all have people that quit. Well, I got a guy that wanted a refund. We all get people that want a refund. You're no different than anybody else. The difference is how you react to that. Do you sit and cry about it? Or do you go out and get a whole bunch of people so that when somebody does ask for a refund or does quit, you don't even care? Join the club. It's really cool. Because when someone says, well, I'm going to quit then if you don't do this for me, I'll be like, see ya. Not that I don't care about that person, but I have 15 other people that are saying, I really want to do this. I want to learn some skill. I really want to build it up and be like you, Paul. I want to do all that. Why would I listen to the guy that wants to quit that easy? See ya. I mean, he's just going to be a problem later anyway, right? So show an interest and ask questions about their goals, why they joined in the first place. Have they tried other things before in the past? What do they do for an income, like a full-time income now? Do they have a job? What do they do? How much time can they commit? Find out all about this stuff. And by doing that stuff, you're doing two things. One, you're building a relationship, right? Automatically. Two, you're also helping determine how you can help this person, how many hours they have, what they failed at before, point out the differences between this and that, all those kind of things. You can do a lot of resourceful things by talking to your members. Okay? And then finally, just guide them working through the steps and the lessons. That's it. That's all you got to do. And you might even say after a week, have you checked out the Visalis link yet? No, I didn't watch that yet because I was setting up this stuff. Okay, well, you should go watch it right now. He didn't say go sell Visalis. Just point him in that direction. Let him go watch it. He's going to either do this, yes, no, or maybe. But he's not going to say it. He's not going to reject you. He went to the system and said, yes, Paul made sense in there. No, I don't like that. Or maybe not yet, though. That's so easy. Trust me, I've seen people get shot down and rejected before. It's much easier doing it this way. Okay? So remember, you shouldn't get all uptight and what should I say and whatever and all that, because nothing bad can happen to you. You're there to support and help the person. The more you do that, the more people convert and the higher sales numbers you get. Okay? Now, just in case you are nervous, and in case you're saying, well, Paul, that's why I'm doing the internet, because I don't want to talk to nobody. Maybe you're saying, well, but I do like to double or triple my sales conversions. Well, you always have a trump card. Okay? You have a trump card all the time. See, I would never leave you hanging without an explanation to something you don't know. Because I know, being in this industry for 15 years, I know that a lot of you guys are chicken. Okay? Because I used to be chicken. And I know most people are. But here's what I want to try to do is eliminate that for you, because I don't want to leave you hanging. I want you to understand there's a trump card. Okay? So pick up the phone, call the person, help them out, build a relationship, answer as many questions as you possibly can, but don't think you need to know everything before you call anybody, because it's impossible. You never will. And you might be thinking, because in your other trained, the way the government and the school system and all that wants you to think, is that it's best if you know everything. And I'm telling you right now, absolutely that's not true. Absolutely, it's better to take action than it is to try to know everything before you take another step. Okay? Way more important for your success and abundance in life. So you can use this trump card. Now, what do I mean by a trump card? Yep, I'm talking about that trump card. Okay. And, well, not really that, but, and if you don't use the trump card, don't be afraid to get fired. Okay, because you can't get fired from this. It's really, really simple. So anytime someone asks you a question, when you're talking to them, trying to build a relationship that you don't know the answer to, you simply say this. So they ask you a question you don't know, and you say, you know what? That's a good question, John or Frank or Mary or Sandy or whoever it is. And the best person to answer that would be one of our amazing supportive team leaders, or actually Paul Bertzel himself. You can ask that question and get an answer anytime in the GIA Facebook group, and then show them how to join it. Okay? Then they always get support in there. Now, the other thing you could do, though, in addition to that, you could say we have lots of places where the leaders hang out, and you can get questions directly answered like that one, which I don't know the answer to yet because I just started, or I've never been asked that one, whatever. It's not your fault because you don't know the answer. He's not, your prospect is not or your member is not expecting you to be they're not going to say, oh, I got a crappy sponsor. They don't know the answer to that. But here's the most cool part. You're resourceful. You know where to find the answer. Where do I find the answer? The GIA Facebook group. Okay? Where else? Monday night Q&A call. Wednesday webinars. If it's in regards to marketing, he can come. You can send him on this webinar. Everybody has access to this webinar. That's a paid member, pro member. Or Saturday morning breakfast call, right? You can guide them in all those. There's no reason why they can't get their question answered. You know, they might say, well, my sponsor didn't call me back. Well, you're the sponsor. Well, good, you didn't call them back. Make sure they get in the Facebook group. Make sure they're connected to this, because the more and more they're connected and get questions answered and things like that, the longer they're going to stay. The longer they're going to stay, the more confidence they have in the system, the more likely they're going to upgrade. All that makes sense? I hope so. That's what you use as your trump card. Okay? Now, last thing. Very important thing. And we haven't even talked about it in this system yet, but you need to know this, because some people don't get it, and hopefully, you know, I know you guys all don't do this, but I hopefully, and for your sake, you want your members to do this. Always remember your GIA sales and members, okay, are in the Facebook group. So if you want them to upgrade and become involved with the primary business, right, because that's your goal, right, they're members right now, and it might take them time to upgrade. They might not just be comfortable yet. They want to work through some leads first. They want to make some sales first before they upgrade to Vitality ESS 500 or 1000 or whatever. Right? Remember this, that they're all active members in Facebook group. So why am I pointing that out? Well, because some people don't get it. Usually the people that are failing online, not just here, but everywhere. Okay? Think about this. Would it be smart on your part, okay, because I know some of you guys don't get this, but would it be smart on your part to be positive in the Facebook group? Would it be really good on your part to be resourceful in the Facebook group? Would it be important for you to step up and show your leadership in the Facebook group? Would it be important for you to encourage others in the Facebook group? Would it be a benefit to you to be supportive of other people that aren't even your members? Would it be important for you to give advice and help and answer questions to other people in the Facebook group? Why would all those be good things for you to do? Because guess what? Your members are watching. Your members are reading the posts. Now, let's turn that around. Maybe you weren't aware of that because I've seen some people, not mentioning names, and they also might not, and I don't want to say this unfair to anybody, they might not even be aware that they're saying something that potentially affects other people. Most importantly, their downline. So any kind of negative thought, suspicious thought, skepticism, disbelief, or anything like that, I know a lot of you won't get this, what I'm going to say. And I'm not saying don't lie, but let's say things aren't going for you the way you want to. Okay, let's just say that's happening, because we all have days like that. We all have weeks like that. Okay, some of us have months like that. But just say, in that case, you just kept it to yourself, or you sent a support ticket in to our amazing support system. Okay, Maybe you just did. Maybe you didn't share it publicly with everybody. Maybe that'd be smart. Why would that be smart? Because you don't want to, because you're having a bad day or you're frustrated about something or something like that. You don't want to share that with everybody else. Because guess what? Then they start to, well, it's a bad thing. Remember, most people's minds are triggered to look for the bad. So if you back that up, then oh, maybe you just had a bad day and you said something and it sent somebody else off and it was your member that read it that had disbelief now in the system because you weren't happy about it. Now, like you said, I'm not saying lie because I mean don't go in there and go, "Oh, this is so great." Just don't say anything then. Okay? Or send a private message to your sponsor or your upline or me or whatever. Or a support group is the best place. I know a lot of people want to send me stuff, but trust me, I'm busy. Okay, that's why I have support. That's why I have a full-time support person. That's why we have the Facebook group. That's why we have these live training calls. That's why we have a Q&A on Monday. Okay, it's not hard to get a hold of us somehow. Okay, but if you personally, individually expecting me, it's not going to happen. Very likely. Okay, so this is what you need to do. Okay, that what you need to do, you need to make sure that you're really, really good in that group. Okay, and if you do ask a question, just think about the question. Don't just blast it out there. Just say, hey, could this be construed as negative or skepticism or disbelief or frustration or anything like that? Okay? And then just reword it. Not saying don't ask it. Just reword it. You know, just think about it for a second and just say, hey, maybe my members are reading this. Because if your members see that there's any kind of bad negative things going on, that's another reason for them not to upgrade, for them to stay on board or anything like that. And you don't want that to happen, I'm sure, just as much as I don't want it to happen for my people and for yourselves as well. Okay? That's it for that. I do have a question here for a request actually from Charles. Charles, I do know that the 3 contests, I thought we awarded the first contest already and you won it. Maybe there's 4 and you won the first one and we haven't rewarded the second and the third. I know that the third one just completed, or the contest about the articles just got completed, and I'm going to ask Jamie to update those and reward whoever it is. And Charles, I'll also check in to see if you got rewarded on your very first one. If not, but I will get Jamie to post that in the Facebook group tomorrow. I'm going to make a note of it right now for the contest. Okay, you haven't rewarded it yet. Okay, so I'll make sure it gets done tomorrow for you, buddy. I'll get Jamie to update it in the Facebook group, and he'll also contact you for sure about the first one, and then whoever the winners were for the second and the third one. Okay, we just finished the article one, and the article one. Oh, I know what happened with the second one. The second one was done by. Oh, sorry. And Jamie's on the webinar tonight and he's saying I'm away tomorrow. So, and yeah, he is. He's actually away on a fishing trip tomorrow, but then he's back on Friday, so I'll get him to do it Friday. So Jamie, write it down so I can write it down, but I'm going to ask you since you're on tonight, just remind me on Friday morning to go through the contest winners, and we'll post them and we'll reward everybody that won them. Okay, so for those of you that logged on here late and missed the very first part, I'm going to go quickly back over that. Because you guys missed that and I don't want that, and there was at least 20 people come on that missed this part, and I'm going to repeat it last thing and then I'm going to leave you guys for the night. Starting July 1st, all active GIA members will be given 20 fresh and targeted lead/prospects per day upon request. You'll need to request them from the back office excuse me, and they'll be displayed. There'll also be a training page and video that comes along with the leads on July 1st, so that you'll know what to do with the person's name, email address, and phone number. Basically, you'll be getting a phone script, and you'll be getting an email script, or script. But anyway, so it'll be a phone script and an email script. You will be getting those and being showed what you can do with those. Now, again, because they're your membership fees, you can do whatever you want with the leads. But we've already tested and went through some things, so you might want to try our style out. You might want to do something else with them. I don't know. It's up to you because they'll be yours. You pay for them. Okay? So basically you'll be able to access, upon request, 600 fresh targeted prospects per lead. So think about this. You'll now be able to start going out marketing July 1st, guys. 600 leads per month with our system. For any new person coming in, well, all you guys that are active too, obviously, but use it as a promotional idea too. When you go promote it out, you'll be able to promote 600 fresh targeted prospects every single month for your membership, and an awesome community, awesome support, and awesome group, and training and leadership behind that as well, along with the all the benefits of GIA. So thanks for guys for being here tonight. I look forward to Saturday morning breakfast call for those of you that make it. The membership information is inside the dashboard. I will this tonight's webinar has been recorded. We will publish it as quick as we possibly can, either tonight or tomorrow for sure, in the Facebook group. I'll also get it emailed out to all the members and the members that you guys have that may have missed tonight. Thanks again for being here, and we will see you at the top. Bye bye.